Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Bear football as we rejoin the action in quarter number one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 73 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
It don't even matter.
Michael O.J. Mudia just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's a give to Lynch. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down. And this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A give. This is Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Alexander. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing on 3rd and long. Alexander. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, let's get 2 first downs. Help yourself a field position and help your defense out.
A big play there for Minnesota. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like...
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings!
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry on second down now. It's Montgomery, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Alexander. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Alexander is going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
Now the ball comes loose.
You got it.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On first down, it's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Touchdown, Chicago!
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
On the give is Nwangu.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, Mond.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's Mond.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they go play action here. Mond. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Mond going to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they're stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down and 7. Here's Nwangu. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the run is Nwangu.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Room to run past midfield. And down right around the 37.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Nwangu. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now it's Nwangu. And he's brought down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point safely through, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 47.
And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and we talk so much about